What an upset! Who seen that coming? I didn't. I don't think anyone seen it coming. I think Lopez was a 13-1 favourite in the fight. Huge odds. No one expected that performance from Kambosos, but he absolutely pulled out of the bag. Great performance. Very, very disciplined performance. Boxed a really good game plan. Um, I think one of the main things in the fight is probably. Let me just talk about my Leeds top here, by the way. Stuart Dallas gave me this. It's like kind of personalised and stuff. So I'm not a Leeds fan. I'm a Stuart Dallas fan, but I'm more in the top. So before all the Leeds men jump on, I'm not a Leeds supporter. Anyway, very disciplined performance from Kambosos. I think one of the main things in the fight was the instructions from the corner. You'd one given good, concise, clear instructions, and another corner in Lopez's team and his father talking absolute shite, if I'm being honest. But the start of the fight, it looked as if early in round one, it was probably going. It could have been an early night for Lopez, looking like he's pushing him around, he's bullying him, he's hurt him a few times here in the first 2 minutes of the fight. So you're thinking, couple of round job this one, but Kambosos landed that big long right hand over the top, which he landed a lot throughout the fight at the end of the first round, and he let Lopez know, I'm in this fight, I'm a dog, and I'm going to stay here and fight back, and you're not going to have it your own way. And I think that was important, and that was a huge point in the fight, very early on in the fight. But to do that and to hurt someone who was piling on the pressure and gathering momentum, I think it was important to do. The middle rounds then, Kambosos kind of controlled the pace. Lopez was struggling. Again, instructions from the corner weren't great, and he was struggling to figure out how to box this guy who was fighting a really disciplined fight and moving and throwing jabs out and landing good jabs. And again, landing that big long, love that right hand he kept throwing, and he kept landing it at will. Then in the 10th round, when Lopez hurt Kambosos, dropped him, hurt him pretty badly. Just under 2 minutes to go in that round. So you're thinking Lopez, good finisher in the game. He's probably going to pile the pressure on here and get rid. But Kambosos weathered the storm, came out for 11 and 12, and probably won the rounds. Unbelievable spirit and an unbelievable determination to be able to do that. A great performance, and I'll hold my hands up. I didn't expect that from him. I didn't think he had that in him. But I think you look at, let's call a spade here. I'd say Lopez's dad is probably one of the least liked figures in boxing. I hate these coaches. I know he's a father and a coach, but I hate these coaches who try to take the limelight, who try to make everything about themselves and steal the show. Lopez is a quality fighter. Of course he is. He was a unified champion, but he's a quality fighter. But when you've got a dad who behaves like he does, you don't mind seeing him lose. You don't mind seeing them guys lose. You don't mind seeing Kambosos win that fight, because he just went about his business. He seems to have a good, respectful team around him. But Lopez's dad he's hard to listen to. But what does he do now? What does the dad do now? What does Lopez do when you leave yourself open for so much criticism? When you have that voice and that's the way you behave and speak at the press conferences and even public workouts, and then when it comes to it and you're in the corner, your advice is terrible. He's only got himself to blame for that, and people will pile on the abuse to him, but he's probably only got himself to blame. Again, looking at Lopez, I think something that Kambosos says in the press conference, he talked about the wins over Lomachenko and the wins over Nakatami, the Japanese fighter. And he made the point in saying that Lomachenko only had one hand. Although it was still a fantastic win from Lopez, he did have to have an operation after that. The Nakatani fight didn't look that good. He cleaned Kami out, I think, just after Nakatami, but he didn't look that good in that fight either. So that's it. Hype job's a bit too much of a statement, but was there a little bit too much hype about him, considering the wins that he's had and how he won them fights? I don't know, but Kambosos, fair play to him, quality win, unbelievable performance. I also want to give a special mention to my good friend and former sparring partner Stephen Fulton, who helped get me ready for a couple of fights of my own. Now unified super bantamweight champion, a great guy, very determined, trains hard, lives the life. Yeah, and I'm hoping that he can go on, maybe pick up another title in that division, maybe move up to featherweight and become a two-weight world champion. Who knows? But the future's bright for Steven, Scooter, Cool Boy, Steph, Fulton. All the best, guys. And I know I've been saying all this new stuff's coming. It is coming. I'm going to have a conversation next week with a couple of guys who are going to help me with the channel. So it's going to start looking better. It's not just going to be me sitting here on my phone talking nonsense. I'm going to get a few people to help me out. So yeah, that's coming soon. Keep your eyes peeled. Subscribe, follow me, tell all your mates about it, all that stuff. Trying to build a wee bit of momentum here with the platform. So all the best, guys. Thank you.